Well, if you're joining me, I guess I'm just sitting here right now and watching people's money just evaporate. This crypto crash, huh? How about China, huh? Let's give them a round of applause. Let's give China a round of applause for getting rid of this Ponzi scheme shit and making crypto, all this bullshit illegal and making mining illegal. Let's give China a round of applause. Let's give Turkey a round of applause. Okay, I've got Mopar Randy and Uptown Chi, first people in here. I hope you guys aren't invested. Well, I don't even like to use the term invest. I hope you guys aren't in crypto, huh? Expert Gaming. I hope you guys aren't in crypto, huh? How y'all doing? I'm just watching people's money evaporate from their poor decisions. That's what I'm watching right here. That's what this stream is all about. I figured, hey, if these fake crypto gurus who know nothing about investing, know nothing about money, I figured, hey, if they could put together their little streams where they're trying to talk up this bloodbath, that I figured I could do it too, right? Right? Good job, China. Everybody give China a round of applause. Hey, China, thank you for waking these people up. Thank you for waking these people up. All of these idiots, they thought that they were just going to put a couple of dollars in Dogecoin and that they were going to wake up in a couple of days with a Lamborghini parked outside. That's what they thought. Everybody, let's give Turkey a round of applause. Let's give them a round of applause. Good job, Turkey. Good job, China. Good job, India. Good job. They thought, oh yeah, well, I'm just gonna put some money right here. I got some money in Dogecoin. I got a little bit of money in Cardano. I got a little bit of money in Bitcoin right over here, and I'm going to the moon. Are you coming to the moon with me? Yeah, you got to put your money in. Fucking Ponzi scheme, pump and dump ass bullshit. These fucking fake ass crypto gurus. Oh my God, this shit. I've been waiting for this day. I have been waiting for this day to come. Let's see. James says, I buy private company stocks that I work for retirement. Good job. Good job. Good job, man. Dividend paying stocks. That was always the only way to go. I don't know how these people allowed these scammers to trick them into all these goddamn Ponzi scheme ass crypto nonsense, and all of a sudden now they're just watching their money just disappear. Bitcoin is at 31.5. 31.5. So basically right now it's just a countdown to 30,000 and below. We were counting down to 20 something. Oil stocks to the moon. Let me tell you something. They're talking right now. They're saying oil could hit $100 a barrel. That's what they're saying right now. They think oil is going to hit $100 per barrel. Let's see. Where's oil right now? Oil per barrel cost. What is oil? Oil right now is at $71.50. It's almost to $72. Oil could hit $100 a barrel. And here I am thinking my next car is probably going to end up being an electric car of some type. And these people are still running out and buying gas guzzlers right now. And so they've got a car note, they've got maintenance costs, and on top of that, they got to pay gas and oil. And here I am. I'm like, hey, guys, this is unsustainable. It's like, you got to do something else. But that's just what it is. I tried to tell everybody. I was like, listen, banks and oil, man. Banks and oil. Banks have been around forever. The oil is going to be here for a long time, very long time. But no, you're wrong. We're going to buy Safe Moon. We're going to buy Safe Moon. I'm going to find it. Do you realize that they got Safe Moon and they got Safe Mars too? And the whole point is to finance a safe trip to Mars? Mars, really? Which is like billions of miles away. You stupid bastards. You stupid bastards. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I did my best. I tried. I tried telling everybody, I was like, listen, guys, stay away from this bullshit. They're gonna steal you all your money. It was like people were racing to say, what is the newest Ponzi scheme and how do I get in? And then they came out with NFTs and this oh my God, just incredible. Nvidia stock split. I told everybody about Nvidia, AMD. I told them about those companies a long time ago. Nvidia is on its way, marching up. We got the stock split coming. I already got all my shares. I'm going to end up with 100 when they do the stock split. I'm going to have over 100 shares of Nvidia when they do the split because it's 4 for 1. So all you had to do was get just, 20 shares, and they're giving you 4 shares. Now, I got mine granted when it was cheaper, when it was a lot cheaper, but bottom line is I'm going to end up with 100 shares of Nvidia after the stock split. Crazy. It says, isn't Nvidia's price too high? Okay, Nvidia right now is at $733 a share, right? When they had announced the split, Nvidia was at $680 something per share, right? If you buy even one share, that share turns into 4 shares because of the split. Now, you have the choice. You can either buy the one share, or you could have bought a lot of shares a while ago like I did. Because when we had that crash back in March 2020, I raced into all of the stocks that I never could have afforded. I raced into them. Oil, banks, Nvidia, AMD. These were things that I never really could have spent a lot of money on. And first of all, this whole buy the dip thing, hey, low to high, it's not. First of all, if you mean buy the dip in buying dividend paying stocks, that's the only dip I'll ever be buying. I'll never, ever be buying a crypto dip. Here we go. Bitcoin, what does it say? Bitcoin will hit $100,000. Yeah, in their dreams, it's not going to happen. And you've lost the biggest player. You lost China. America is facing foreclosures. America is facing rent crashes. We're facing real estate crashes. No, the money ain't coming from here. Biden ain't going to be able to print out any more welfare checks. In fact, Biden's up here trying to race the economy into opening just because they can't print any more welfare checks. The Federal Reserve has caused so much inflation and stagflation at this point that they are talking about raising interest rates, and they can't raise them. They can't raise them because the national debt is about to be $30 trillion. It's not happening. They cannot go for another round of these stimulus checks. They can't do it. And even if they do one more round, the bottom line is this is not going to continue long enough to sustain the cryptocurrency market. Y'all want to know why the cryptocurrency market's down? It's not just because of China. It's because they haven't printed out any more of these goddamn welfare checks, and the ones that they did print out, people are using them to stay from being homeless. I mean, you don't want to be homeless, right? You know what it means to be homeless? That means you're out on the street. If you're a man, you're out on the street, you laying there in a tent in California, you got Tent City, and you're sleeping in a cardboard box, and all you have for a toilet is a pickle jar. The homeless people got a channel on YouTube. They got a homeless channel on YouTube, for God's sakes. It's ridiculous. And you know what happens if you're homeless and a woman. If you're a woman, you're in serious trouble then. See, if you're a homeless man, most people, they might use you for your labor. But if you're a woman, oh man, you're in trouble now. Oh man. You're gonna have to do all types of debauchery if you're a homeless woman just to make sure you can eat. Oh man, do we really want to go there? We don't want to go there, do we? I hope y'all not homeless women. What is this? It says Pilot Vega. Homeless people living comfortable in those hotels in New York City. Yeah, that's the government rhetoric. The reality of homeless people in New York is that the cops beat the shit out of them when they're laying down and they're laying facing the corner of a building. People come by and kick them in the back of the head. And you think they're in hotel? What hotels? I go out. Listen, if I go out right now, there's homeless people. They right on the street, man. They walking around with carts, picking up bottles. That's all they can do is they can help recycle plastic. Let me tell you something. You think they comfortable? Nah. The mentally ill homeless people are not comfortable inside no damn hotel. But I don't know who told you that. I live here. Those people are sleeping on the subways, waiting to push somebody on the tracks. They're on the subways threatening to cut people with broken glass. I don't know if you've been paying attention. We've had a lot of subway slashings. We've had homeless people pushing people on the tracks and shit. That's why when I first of all, I don't really go into the city unless I drive. But when I have to go into the city, you best believe Desert Eagle is waiting. Just in case. I don't care if you're homeless. I don't care if you're a gang member, whatever. Desert Eagle 50 cal is waiting. Kimber 45 is waiting. I don't play that game. You come try to push me on the tracks, you're going to get a 45 caliber half-inch hole in your chest. I don't play that game. What is this? Those hotels are shelters now, huh? Oh, man. Yeah, well, guess what? You think those homeless shelters are safe? You think that the people just go in there and everything's hunky-dory? Is that what you think? Let me tell you something. First of all, the women are terrified to be in those shelters. A lot of them would rather be out on the street because if they're on the street, at least they know what to expect. When those homeless shelters, man, people get their stuff stolen from them. They get beaten. They get robbed. They get raped. They get attacked. They get molested. Are you kidding? Nobody wants to be in those goddamn things. Listen, don't believe the hype. That's that shit that they put on television. Don't believe the hype, yo. Don't believe the hype. It's the worst of the worst. It's like being a caveman. It's like you might as well live under the city in the caves. You know how we have caves where the trains go and they go outside, they're elevated, and they go inside and they go in the cave? Homeless people sneak into those caves and they live in there. They call them mole people. Oh, man, we got some rough times coming. Everybody. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna put the link here just in case anybody want to join in here while we're watching your money melt. Watching that crypto money melt there. Yeah, man, it's ugly out there, boy. It's gonna be rough out there. There's a couple of these goddamn fake ass crypto gurus right now, and they still trying to talk this nonsense up. It's like, hey guys, there's a difference between a sale and a fire sale. This is the latter. This is a fire sale. And you know what's so sad about it? I know people who were buying this SafeMoon shit when it was 0.00004. This shit just lost 15.96% of its value. You think that's coming back? Really? You gonna finance a safe trip to the moon? Really? Huh? You think so? Nah, I don't think so. Dogecoin, what happened? What happened to the Dodges? It was a real funny joke and shit, huh? Is it funny now? How funny is that joke now? What happened to them Dodges? Where them Dodges at? Where them Dodges? The price is still falling. It's at 17 cents and still falling. It was cute when it was just 29 cents. That shit is still falling. Mopar Randy, SafeMoon is another crypto Ponzi scheme, and there's another one called Safe Mars. And these idiots really think that they can put money into this to somehow finance a trip to the moon and finance a trip to Mars. This is real. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this up. Yes, this is real. SafeMoon. And just the last week or two, there were people making these videos about how to buy more SafeMoon. Gee, yeah, how much money you put in SafeMoon, huh? How much money you put in it? Shiba Inu. You heard them talking about that Shiba Inu? It's got a picture of a little puppy dog on it. How's that going? How's that going? Huh? How's that going now? How's that going? So Bitcoin right now is 31,502. So the resistance and the support that we thought it had around 34, 35, oh, no. We've blown through that. China is pulling out. So I will not be surprised if this dips into the 20,000 range. It might even go lower than that. Could you imagine if this whole pump to get to 64,000? Could you imagine if this whole pump was only going to last this 1 year? Could you imagine that shit? Oh, by the way, I put the link there. So if there's any crypto detractors who have anything to say, who want to tell me that, invest in solid Ethereum's a solid project, huh? Oh, let's see how Ethereum's doing now. 1877. It don't look so solid to me. It don't look so solid to me. Ethereum was $4,000 like a month ago. It don't look so solid to me. Well, what's so solid about it? What can I use it to pay for hookers? Like what's so solid about it? The hookers ain't even gonna accept this shit. No, I don't think it's that solid, my friend. I don't think so. Nope. I don't think it's that solid. I remember all these people I had to argue with. Oh yeah, Bitcoin going to 100,000. Bitcoin's going to 1 million. Bitcoin's going to 1 million by the end of 2019. It's going to 1 million. Where do you? Doug said it. Doug said we're going to 1 million. I don't think so. I don't think so. 1 million is pretty fucking far from 31,000, isn't it? Hi, Dave. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, Dave. Are you invested in crypto? You invested in crypto?
Nah.
Good for you. Good for you.
Huh?
Good for you.
I'm 16. I'm not.
Good
Yet.
So what have you learned from watching people lose a lot of money in crypto? What have you learned from that? So when someday you do start investing, what have you learned? What have you learned?
I'm going to start investing in about a year, but it's too volatile.
Thank you. Yes, it's quite volatile.
It's a speculative asset backed up by people pumping money into it. When people stop pumping money, it falls.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right. That is exactly right. So what will you invest in?
I'll invest
Who is that? Who is that behind you? Who is that?
It's a neighbor.
It's a neighbor?
Kid.
The neighbor's kids come over to play?
No, a neighbor. No, not over to play. I'm outside now.
Oh, you're outside. What's the kid doing?
He's lying.
Katie's just playing in the yard and stuff.
Oh, that's so cute. So when you get a chance to when you get a chance to invest, what will you invest in?
He's lying. It's Daniel Cups.
I'll invest in blue chip stocks.
Wait, did he just tell us his government name? His name's Daniel Cups? Hello?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, why is he telling me his government name? What is that kid? What's his problem? Oh. Has that kid been in school for the past year, or has he been out of school? Huh?
He hasn't been in school since March.
What state do you guys live in?
I'm in Jersey. I'm the one that.
Oh, you're in Jersey. Oh, so you're not too far away. So he hasn't been in school since last year. Yeah. What do you think about that? How about you? Have you been in school this year?
Since last March.
Since last March. Have you been in school this year?
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, you just cut off or something.
No. I think that's you. It might be your phone. What kind of phone you got? What kind of phone you have?
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. What kind of phone do you have? Hello? That's your phone. Your connection's bad. I bet you have T-Mobile. Do you have T-Mobile? Hello? Dave? Do you have T-Mobile? All right, everybody, take a lesson from this. Number one, stay away from Android phones. And number two, stay away from T-Mobile because the connections are horrible. They suck. And you got to get yourself AT&T or Verizon.
I have an iPhone.
You have an iPhone, but what's your service?
Yeah, T-Mobile.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You see, T-Mobile ruins everything. T-Mobile is for children. They use T-Mobile to give kids like a simple phone so that they can call their parents in case they get kidnapped, but that's about it. But the problem is if the kids get kidnapped, it's hard to track them while they're trying to track the cell phone signal because T-Mobile keeps cutting out. T-Mobile is really, really
Yeah.
bad. Is there a way you can get Verizon or something?
No.
No, your parents are paying for what is it, a family plan?
No, it's just me and her. Me and my
Man,
mom.
who's the her? Who's her?
My mom.
Oh, your mom? Yeah, tell your mom to switch to Metro PCS maybe or something just better
Well,
than
Metro
T-Mobile.
PCS is under T-Mobile. They're under
Oh,
T-Mobile
okay,
now.
definitely something else. Definitely. How about I don't know, Boost Mobile? Boost Mobile got purchased by Verizon, right? So maybe Boost Mobile.
Yeah. All those small companies got purchased. Like Metro PCS is under T-Mobile now.
God damn,
I was
that's a
looking at their stock. I, was-
yeah.
I think
T-Mobile's
AT&T and DirecTV.
yeah. T-Mobile's stock is a lot higher than their signal quality.
Yeah. I was looking at their stock today.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. So all I can recommend to you is when you finally are able to be old enough to start investing, you might want to try to go for banks and any stock that pays
Yeah,
dividends.
basically,
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. You're borging. Your connection is borging because of that T-Mobile. Yeah, I can barely hear you. I'm really sorry about that. It's not your fault. It happens. Okay, but I'm putting the link there again just in case anybody's trying to join up.
Phillips 66 plays some stocks.
What happened?
Did you see that SRT I sent you? Did
I think I did.
you see that black SRT with the different grill?
Yes, I did. Yeah, right now the market is so bad. I'm not really trying to spend my money on anything because right now, if you buy a car, the prices, whether you buy used or new, are insane right now because of this stagflation that
Can you
we're
hear
in.
me now?
Yeah, I hear you better now. What's how did you change something? I hear you fine, but can you hear me? I'm starting to think that instead of T-Mobile, maybe you might want to just go out and get a rug and send smoke signals because I think the smoke signals might work a little bit better.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but can you hear me? Are you able to talk back and forth, or maybe you should just send smoke signals because T-Mobile's really like not that great. I think smoke signals might work.
Big truck.
Yes. Okay, we got expert gaming in the house. What's up?
How you doing, John?
Oh, are you invested in Bitcoin?
No, I'm not old enough to do that stuff, but
Well,
I
thank
me and my
God.
mom, we had a friend, he told us to do Bitcoin, but yeah, that's just some wonky shit.
Yeah, it's a mess
hear.
out there. It's a mess.
I can't believe what you said about the moon. They're really doing that? That's crazy.
Safe moon, safe Mars.
Crazy.
Now, frankly, to be perfectly honest, these things are all simply Ponzi schemes, right? And the only idea from them is to get enough money in them so that I can hit the sell button and cash out your money and take your money and disappear.
What's up, Charles?
What's going on? Are you invested in crypto?
I did it.
Dark Side, what is your phone carrier? Dark Side, who's your phone service by?
Sprint.
Yeah, Sprint. I thought they were dead. They still exist?
Well, they merged again.
Yeah, I'm gonna need
Yeah,
you guys
T-Mobile.
like AT&T because this is not working out. AT&T or Verizon, this is just not working out well. So are you guys invested in crypto? Anybody here heavily invested in crypto, watching their money evaporate? Hello? Oh my God. Everybody's connection seems to be underwater.
All right, my bad, big truck. That was me.
Oh, okay, cool. Are you invested in crypto?
Yeah, I'm invested in crypto. Only put $500 in it just to see what it's going to do on the Coinbase app,
Okay, what did you
and that
buy?
shit been going down ever since. Fuck that app.
Yeah, exactly, right?
You know what I'm saying? But I do have my other portfolio that I've been listening to you for the last probably like year and a half, and I got invested in the marijuana. I just picked up some Carnival the other day, and I wanted to ask you. Now, I can't tell which one of those cruise lines have dividends.
Right now, none of the cruise lines pretty much have dividends, and the reason why is obviously because they're not profitable. Only a company that gets profit is able to really pay dividends for the most part. So, in the years to come, those positions may start paying dividends, but right now they're not gonna.
Hmm?
Because if you really think about it, right now we're not really traveling. There's no travel right now. So the most you can do is make some money off the stock if it appreciates, but you're not getting dividends anytime soon.
No. Yes, I'm making it now.
You hear what I'm saying? Hello? Hello?
Push it.
Yes. Hello? What the fuck is going on? Is everybody calling in here on an Obama phone? There's like 6 of you in here. Which one of y'all can hear the sound of my voice and can talk back?
I can. I
Oh,
have
okay.
Centrelink internet. It's I think what is the speed, like 140 MB.
Yeah,
But
140 MB is not enough.
iPhone 12 Pro. I have T-Mobile, but since the 5G is a lot better. I used to have the iPhone 11 Pro. My 5G is a lot better than the 12 Pro. I have the 12 Pro regular.
Oh, well, okay, because it sounds like a bunch of people calling me with Obama phones.
I know those Obama phones. The service is just trash. I know a friend. I think it was like free service or something like that, but it was the Obama network. It was horrible. I mean, like cutting out. You would call and the line would disconnect. It was just horrible. And she switched from Verizon. She took that shit back and she got herself a prepaid with Verizon.
Yeah, me personally, I'm just getting sick and tired of the welfare handouts. Every single time they act like, oh, yeah, well, we have to give people certain things in order to help them because they don't have it. And then they give them the shittiest quality shit, and the government is still taking tax money to pay for this garbage. And they're giving these people Obama phones. It's like if I was being attacked, I couldn't call you anyway because this phone sucks. It's like I call you and the goddamn 911 operator can't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, they had I think it was in Dallas. It was on the news. They had a problem where T-Mobile people who call 911, it wouldn't go through.
Yeah,
I
that's
was like,
crazy.
oh, kind.
Yeah, I see Dodge is still on its way down. It's at 18 cents. What a joke. What a sad joke. That shit is sinking like a stone.
It definitely is.
It's incredible. Freaking incredible.
So, did you
Well,
pray to Kevin Samuels last Sunday, big truck?
Did I listen to Kevin Samuels?
I said, did you pray to him?
Did I pray to Kevin Samuels? No, but let me see. I think the last time I listened to his show, I'm not sure when it was, but
Big trucks. What's up?
what's going on, Carlos?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You know, looking at this market crashing.
Watching it disappear, right? Watching it evaporate.
I'm laughing at my friend because so he started working for one of those COVID sites, and he was getting $25 an hour, so he was getting a lot, and he put $10,000 on fucking Dogecoin when it was 50 cents, and I told him, don't do that. $10,000 at 50 cents.
Oh my God! You should make a TikTok short about him. In fact, you should go find you know what you should do? You should get his portfolio and you should put that shit on TikTok.
Right.
If he really put $10,000 into Dogecoin while it was at 50 cents?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's really, really fucked up.
Oh my God.
You should go get his phone and put his portfolio, show it off on TikTok.
Yo, for
and
real.
show people how much money he lost out of that shit.
Mm-hmm. He lost more than 50%.
I could imagine he did.
Yeah. Because now it's 18 cents, so it's even more than 50%.
Oh my God.
Big Truck, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so what am I looking at?
No, I hear that echo.
Yeah, well, you may hear an echo. It looks like everybody else is muted except Darkside and Carlos.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to mute? I got to mute it. Okay.
Well, you know what it is? It's feedback. So if your speaker coming out is pretty loud, then that'll give you the feedback. Yeah, man. It's like I've been telling people, I'm like, listen, this is not a great place to invest your money. I don't trust any market that's being traded 24/7 internationally. I don't trust that shit.
Yeah, because while you sleep,
While you sleep, yeah. You can wake up and your money's gone. It's just gone.
Basically, yeah.
And now you know.
Yeah. That's why the most I did was I told my brother-in-law when it was 4 cents, I was like, just put $20, and that $20 like went up. And I told him to sell. I'm like, do not put any more because it's addictive.
And the scariest thing about it is I don't really think altcoins, because of the fact that they have such high coin caps, I don't think altcoins really, I don't think the fundamentals of understanding, what is it called? The fundamentals really don't apply because these things don't really exist. There's nothing tangible backing them. And then on top of that, it's like there is no resistance. It's like they have a bottom, which is zero, but I don't think the fundamentals apply to these things.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, for this past year, a lot of people that don't know shit about stocks or investing started investing because of how easy it is now. But so that's kind of messing up the game a little bit too. That people think, just like, people hear all the time, invest, and they think like it's gambling, like it's a game, and they just throwing money at everything they can see. And like a fucking cryptocurrency is not the same as stocks, and people are confusing the two.
Right.
But cryptocurrency, like you said, doesn't have any, like a company backing it up.
There's nothing backing it. See, I mean, when I invest in NVIDIA or I invest in Microsoft, I already know who they are and what they do. I know that they make computer chips. They make components for computers. I know who they are. I know what they do. Chances that Microsoft will go bankrupt anytime soon or disappear anytime soon are extraordinarily low, simply because Microsoft has Microsoft Office. They're a staple. Windows, Microsoft Office. Microsoft ain't going nowhere no time soon. But when you're talking about
Xbox,
yeah, exactly, Xbox. When you're talking about this bullshit that somebody makes on a computer and they just say, yeah, you need to mine it or you need to invest in it just because it's like, come on, guys. And then you know what the sad thing is? The news was getting people to buy this shit.
The hassle too with the taxes is a big thing too, because if you make a lot of profit and you try to not pay that's gonna be a problem.
Well, you know what some people do? They have to move to a different country. They gotta move to like Puerto Rico to hide their capital gains. Because other than that, and then now this government wants to make taxes international, so they're trying to make it so that they under the guise of saying, yeah, the rich aren't paying taxes. They're trying to make it so they can tax basically the entire world because they're going to force other countries to have tax rates on capital gains just like we have.
Yeah. I mean, how do you think this is going to affect like higher taxes? Like I know that they want to after for people that make over $400,000, but don't you think like a lot of these billionaires and millionaires, they don't have much cash. Like they have most of their money in assets, so they don't really get to sell it each year. So how would that even benefit us?
Yeah, well, and that's a great question. You know, it's just like that age-old bullshit that they used to say where Warren Buffett would say, yeah, I pay less taxes than my secretary. No, you don't. You're not paying taxes on your income. You're paying taxes on your capital gains. And the reason why capital gains taxes need to be low is because it entices people to buy into the market. If you told me that if I make money and you're going to tax 50% of my capital gains, then I'm like, well, why should I even bother investing? If I invest, you're just going to take half my money. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Capital gains should be low. The problem that they're having is these super rich and ultra rich people, they know how to game the system so that they almost don't pay taxes on anything. Mm-hmm. Now, that is unfair, but the only way you're ever going to stop that is by having a flat tax. This government refuses to have a flat tax. It refuses.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, by the way, I got Sexy Red here. That's Sexy Red. What's going on, Sexy Red?
She's definitely sexy.
Yeah. She's 38, and she's definitely sexy.
She's working out.
38, and you know what she wants? She wants a Tesla.
Ooh.
She wants to get.
Oh yeah. Tell her go for the Mercedes.
No. You can't tell these women nothing. When they get it in their mind that they want a Tesla, that's what they want. So she probably wants the Tesla with the nice white interior.
Yeah.
The only reason why they want the Tesla because they can fall asleep behind the wheel damn near.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody really.
Driver assist is just as good. Driver assist is just as good. I have it in my SRT8.
Well, adaptive cruise control is good. My only problem is it can't handle steering because in order to do steering, it would have to be electric steering. And it also has to have that feature where it can self-drive. We don't have that. We have adaptive cruise control. And
adaptive. Yeah, I'm sorry.
As long as you're paying. Right. Now, Cadillac has Super Cruise. I've used it. I love it. I love it. I like the CT6.
Yeah, that's a nice car.
No, because it has dog mode, so she could bring her dog in the car. Well, yeah, that's true. But see, my only problem with that is if you have the dog in the car and you leave the car on, because a Tesla is basically always on since it's a battery. But my only thing is, what happens if it runs out of power and then the air conditioner cuts off because it ran out of power? Now, I haven't seen that happen. I just wonder what would ever happen if it did,
Right.
So if you had Sexy Red, if you had a Tesla, what interior color would you get? Black? Because if I had a dog, I'm not letting them anywhere near a nice interior.
I think.
Well, it depends on the color of the dog.
Well, I don't want the dog shitting and pissing on my fucking seats.
Yeah, right. But the shit, if it's a shedding ass dog, then shit.
I don't know. I think I would go for the white because it looks like a spaceship.
I love the white. Well, first of all, you can get a white interior in just about any car now because even Kia has goddamn white. Hyundai has white in their interior.
Yeah.
Jeep Grand Cherokees, you can get a white interior. Pretty much all cars, you can get a white interior now.
Yeah, you know what I find crazy is that a lot of car manufacturers, they don't focus on the interior, and a lot of people a lot of people that don't know about cars, they make their purchase based on how the interior looks, which is crazy to me.
Well, if you really think about it, most of these cars, they're nothing really substantial to the point where it's like for instance, if I'm choosing between a Toyota and a Camry, if I'm choosing between a Camry and a Honda Accord, if I'm choosing between a Camry and a Honda Accord and a Nissan, chances are most of those cars are so much alike that I'm probably just going to pick the name unless you do something dramatically interesting with the interior. Mm-hmm. So when I say dramatically interesting, now I'm seeing Toyotas that have red seats, just like how Dodge was making that radar red seat color. Now you see Toyota Camrys with red seats.
I drove a Avalon for years, and the interior only came in 3 different colors. Either you wanted tan, gray, or black.
Yep.
And they just finally stepped it up. But the Avalons, I got pissed because I'm a person that like big cars because I'm a big guy. So they made them smaller, and I did away with it.
Yeah. No. Well, the Avalon, in my opinion, was never as good as the Hyundai Genesis. because you may remember I had leased a Hyundai Genesis, and that was actually a really decent, good city car. It didn't.
Yeah, the interior is a lot better on that. Yeah.
Oh yes, the finish, very nice. Oh yeah, Sexy Red. Dodge is going straight into the fucking toilet basically today. Going straight into the toilet.
You see, is that true about the electric charger they're coming out with?
What? Well, okay, here's the thing. If you take a look right now at FCA, they have a new Wrangler, and the Wrangler has an electric hybrid version, right? So they have an electric hybrid version Wrangler. Chances are they're going to put that in the next line of cars that they make. Now, Jeep has the benefit of technically being a truck. So because Jeep is kind of more like a truck, they get around a lot of cafe laws in many cases, right? But the problem that Dodge is going to have is because of these new cafe laws, they're not going to be able to keep selling these Hellcats and stuff like that indefinitely, not to mention gas prices going up. So chances are you're going to start seeing hybrid Chargers and hybrid Challengers. And even if they have an engine in them, they're probably also going to have a plug-in. And the reason why is because when you have a plug-in, it allows you to achieve miles per gallon that allow you to beat federal regulations. So that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the new Grand Cherokee SRT they might do like a mild hybrid system.
Well, first of all, they have not announced the new SRT Grand Cherokee. They haven't announced it. And chances are it's not going to happen. And the reason why I say that is if you look at the Trackhawk, they took the SRT badging off the Trackhawk. They took the SRT badging off of Chrysler, and they also took the SRT badging. They kept it off of the Ram TRX. The only company that gets to use SRT badging was Dodge, right? Now, they said that they got rid of the SRT badging. So now when you see Dodge making Scat Packs, they're not really SRTs. They say Scat Pack on them, right?
Yeah.
They don't say SRT anymore. So they said that they got rid of the SRT badge. Chances are SRT may disappear entirely.
Oh man.
I think over the years, I don't know, for some reason, like the Jeeps are gonna like sell less because the prices, the gas prices right now.
No, I don't believe that. The reason you got to remember, Jeep has SUVs. They've got sand and rock capable trucks. When you're a person who lives in the mountains and you're a person
they need the power.
Yes, we're talking about, like, here's the thing. I've got family that lives in Pennsylvania. When you live in the mountains of Pennsylvania and you live up very steep trails, a lot of people Canada too. Canada. When you live in these steep trails, a Jeep can do things that an all-wheel drive car can't. A Jeep can also.
You don't want no Civic up in there.
You ain't get no Civic up there.
Hey, forget about it.
And no, but see, the whole thing is
Tesla. You ain't getting no Tesla up there neither.
Yeah, and by the way, it's not about horsepower; it's about torque. The problem is those Jeeps. The new Jeeps, if you look, they have a new mode called Sandcrawler mode, right? And you can make that Jeep. It'll make the torque so slow that thing can climb up the side of a damn mountain.
Anything. That was the best thing they could have did. Put that crawl mode in there.
Yeah. Yeah. So the thing about it is the future Jeep is good. Jeep is the most profitable of SRT. I'm sorry. Jeep is the most profitable of Chrysler's divisions. Yeah. Jeep and Ram. Those are easily the most profitable.
Yeah, here in Arizona, Jeep.
You also have to remember. Yeah, see, the reason why Jeep and Ram are profitable is because they don't sell Dodge in foreign countries. They sell Jeep in foreign countries, but they don't sell Dodge in foreign countries.
That's true.
Well, don't they sell them over in Japan?
No,
really expensive, don't they? Ain't they?
Nah, they don't. They sell them in. Okay, you know what I should say? I have to clarify that statement. They don't sell them in right-hand drive countries. They do not sell Dodge in a right-hand drive country.
But I seen a video up on YouTube one day, and a guy had out there. They had they must have got him imported illegally.
Well, no, they probably imported it legally. But the bottom line is the only countries you're going to likely see with right-hand drive cars is Australia and very few. But bottom line is they don't make right-hand drive cars. Dodge does not make right-hand drive. So the issue ultimately is most of those cars that are being made by Stellantis, anything that Stellantis owns, they have to be pretty much right-hand drive cars. Dodge can't be in it, so therefore they can only sell those really in America. So they're losing money. Not really losing money. It's just that it's not as profitable as Jeep is. I'll say it like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jeep don't get stuck in the snow.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's I
They're
totally
very
forgot
capable vehicle.
Very. Yeah. And I'm
They
not talking
sell
about
like
the little
hotcakes
ones.
down here in Arizona.
Yeah, those Wranglers are monsters.
I just wish I had that button I could push from 4-wheel drive to 2-wheel drive in my SRT8 to save on a little bit more gas.
Well, to tell you the truth, the economy button really only really works when you're driving at a steady speed on the highway. And the reason why is because what it does is it cuts off 4 cylinders and it runs on 4 cylinders. That allows it to keep a steady pace while not using as much fuel as it would be using. If you really want to save fuel, then what we really need is the hybrid starter motor, because what that'll do is that'll allow you to keep the car on even if the engine turns off. But SRT cars typically don't cut their engines off at all. They don't have start-stop.
Yeah, but I can't stand them vehicles that turn off at the red light every 5 minutes. That's a little annoying. I guess I'll just be stuck with paying gas.
To save fuel, though. When if you're sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic, the only 2 things that really help you are either an electric car or a hybrid starter motor. That's it.
Big Trucks, you
feel
think
like
your
you're
next
gonna
car
wear
gonna
out
be
the
electric?
starter. I mean,
Honestly, I just don't know because I haven't. First of all, we haven't seen any of the new cars. For the most part, everything is basically an SUV. I don't really want or need another SUV, and I'm not happy. Or I'm not excited about anything else right now. So in a couple,
because that new Cherokee is horrible. Third row. Who the hell
What
is
do you
third
think
row?
about? Oh,
you know what? It's being marketed to women though. Women
Yeah,
want.
but they can go buy a Durango. What the hell?
Nah, but you know what? They don't want a Dodge Durango. They want a Jeep. That's the problem. See, you're talking about badge engineering here. So a lot of them want. And by the way, the Jeeps are more expensive than the Dodges are. So the quality of the product is going to be better in the Jeep than it's going to be in the Dodge. So a lot of these women would rather get the Jeep because of the name recognition, and they'd rather get the Jeep because of the quality of the interior. Because these new interiors, I have to say, they're going to be real nice. You're going to have heated, cooled massage seats. And at the price, it's going to be untouchable because most cars don't offer that at this price. But
so they're gonna go. So you mean to tell me, Big Truck, they're gonna go buy the new 2021 a Grand Cherokee, a dog, and die alone?
A lot of them are, yes. A lot of them are going to buy one and die alone, yes.
Yes.
I feel bad for women because, in general, women just don't seem to understand that they can't win this game. At the end of the day, a man can go to another country and get a foreign wife. At the end of the day, she can't because the men in foreign countries ain't trying to wife her up. It's just not trying to happen. You know? I don't understand why women just don't understand they can't win the long game. I just don't understand it.
Especially if they get kids.
They want to be
they have
empowered.
kids.
Well, listen, you can be in power and you can also die alone.
Yeah, basically, you're a strong, independent woman, so go ahead and be by yourself.
Yeah, to me, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Until somebody robs their house, well, then that's what the dog is for.
Oh, Sideshow, I do see you out there, Sideshow. But you know what the thing about it is? It's not just about the protection that they would get from a man. It's also the fact that what about all the things you need a man to do? Like, for instance, I went out today and I bought another air conditioning unit, right? Now,
Mhm.
most women can't handle a purchase like that. They just can't handle. They can't handle the purchase, and they damn sure can't handle the installation. So, if you don't have a man, you're going to end up paying a man to do all the things that you would have had a man to do for free.
Right.
And what did you have to do? All you had to do, like women just don't get it. Men are very, very, very simple. All you got to do is cook, clean, fuck him when he says he needs to be fucked, and keep his children clean. That's it.
No, shut the fuck up.
That's it. Ain't that complicated. You don't have to do anything else. And
Right.
and if you are one of these moms that stays at home, all you got to do is not spend a lot of money while you're staying at home, or do a work at home job, and everybody's happy. But when you try to do this power struggle shit, you lose. I don't understand why they don't get it.
And then their kids grow up fucked up, shooting up the neighborhoods.
Yeah, I was watching these motherfuckers. Puerto Rican Day Parade in Chicago. They killed they killed the husband and they shot the woman in the throat. And I was watching a bunch of these robberies and shit. Like, you're seeing these robberies caught on camera everywhere. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's what happens when you're raising these parentless fucking kids. That's what happens. They turn into goddamn criminals.
Mm-hmm. Raising the kids.
Yeah, no, it's terrifying. That's what you got. You know, and it's just crazy. But women need to wake up. They need to understand they can't win this game. They can't.
I was like, you know what's crazy? Like, a lot of these women think they're strong and independent, and like you said, they still need a man, because when they try now, when they're single, they still like, oh, I want a man that's gonna provide. But when they have that, they don't want to be a traditional woman. They only want to be traditional woman when it comes to getting the money and the guy paying all the bills. But when it comes to cooking and other shit, they don't want to.
You gotta understand, this liberal feminist bullshit in this country, they have been doing their best to destroy traditionalism, and they're doing their best to destroy the patriarchy. But what they don't seem to understand is the patriarchy works and the matriarchy doesn't. That's what they don't understand.
Yeah.
The patriarchy works without a welfare state. The matriarchy doesn't. They don't get it.
And the thing is that men are actually now starting to like learn not to simp and stuff like that, because you still anyways, if you're with a woman, she could claim that you raped her, that put you on child support for having a kid, all of that.
Yeah.
They get these single fathers. They get screwed over. They have 3 kids and all the mothers want child support. They screwed.
Hey, what's up, Sideshow? I just want to let you know I see you. I can only just have 6 up at a time. What's going on?
I was just checking in with you, Big Truck. I'm out here in the big truck.
What kind of truck is it?
I'm driving a 2020 Freightliner.
Oh shit! You driving a big truck?
Yeah. I'm out here delivering fuel. I deliver fuel for Pilot Travel Center.
So wait. If I give you my address, can you bring that truck by my house and we'll pump some of that shit in my backyard?
Hey, only if you take diesel, because that's what I got.
Oh no, I don't take diesel. Yeah, I don't take diesel.
Yeah, but once I put some regular on here, I'll come back. You need premium because you're an SIP guy.
I need premium 93.
That's right. Premium. Now, where I'm gonna put it, I might just drop the trailer in the back because I got about 7,700 gallons. So
7,700 gallons.
Yeah.
What we could do is I could inflate a small pool and we could pour it into the pool, and then what I'll do is I'll siphon it out the pool and put it in my car.
Okay, cool. Hey, just thinking, like, how long do you think 7,700 gallons of premium would last you?
7,700 gallons?
Yeah.
Well, okay, fine. 7,700 gallons divided by my gas tank. My gas tank holds about 24 gallons. That means that I can have 320 fill-ups.
Woo!
So if you figure I use 1 tank of gas per week, right? And that's 320 fill-ups, that's 320 weeks.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you be straight, man. But
Yeah.
knowing you're an investor and you're a money man, so you wouldn't use it all. You found a way to sell that shit. I already know.
True, but I think it would look kind of odd from the Google photos in the satellite map that I have a fucking tanker truck hidden in my backyard. I think they might notice.
Hey, I was gonna tell you. So I'm out here. I was out here in Elgin, Illinois, and I seen a trailer with all of those brand new Jeep Grand Cherokees.
Oh yeah, they're getting deliveries. The dealers nearby me, they're getting their deliveries very soon. So as soon as they get one, I'm gonna probably race over there and take a look at it. But I already know I don't. I know I don't want it for me. The problem that I see is unless you are in the market to buy a brand new car for the first time, if you're already a Jeep Grand Cherokee owner, I don't see anything radically different that I have to have. Yeah, heated, cooled, massage seats are nice, but I don't have to buy a whole nother car just to get that.
Right. Yeah, man. I so seen it, and I knew. I'm like, yeah, they already. It was so crazy because when I seen them, then I was just listening to your videos. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I binge watch your videos. Like when I'm out here, I work like 12 hours a day.
Yeah, me too.
And I drive so much. Like I just came from Wisconsin. That's like an hour or something. I just cut on the big truck series and just like it's so crazy because people would be like, "What are you watching? Like, why are you watching this guy go grocery shopping? Like, why are you?" I'm like, man, you never know what type of knowledge you gonna hear. This dude could be grocery shopping and just say something, and you just learn some shit right there or whatever. And he in there getting apples or tea or some shit. So I just binge watch him.
I do my best.
Especially when you're driving. That's the best part because you're also driving with him a lot of the times because he's also driving. So you just get entertained.
You know what the funny thing is about when you're driving is when you see cops and then you see your phone go there. You be like, oh shit, the cops.
Yo, wait. How do you manage the phone so well though?
Well, first of all, it's an iPhone 12 Pro Max, so the camera is pretty good about stabilizing itself. But for the most part, I've just gotten used to being able to hold it at eye level, and I've just gotten really used to it.
Because it's like you're a professional at recording while you drive.
I've been doing it a lot. Hey, if you practice something enough, you get good at it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, because I watched those videos, and it's so funny. Like, I was just watching a video when you were talking about the brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee, and the funniest part in that video when you was talking about that dial, where you like that new dial where they switch from park to reverse to drive. And I mean, man, you really expressed how you didn't like that dial on that video. Yeah. I mean, he was like, nah, I don't like that dial. I don't like that dial at all. I don't want that dial. I was like,
okay. All right, we see you, Sideshow. Yeah, we see you.
Yeah, I'm out here, man.
Here's the question: where the lot lizards at?
They ain't over here. Hey, I'm at a fuel terminal. I'm really ain't supposed to be showing this shit, but I'm at a fuel terminal over here.
Wow.
And you see that truck? It's in the bay over there. He's loading up fuel.
Okay.
And then these tanks over here. You see these tanks?
Yeah.
Yeah, those tanks hold like millions of gallons of fuel.
Yeah, if I could get one of those with 93 octane, I'd be fine.
So some of those tanks just carry like the mixture, like the certain ingredient,
right?
Like right over this gate. Like I'm at Marathon Speedway. This is their terminal, but right over this gate right here, that's mobile, and that's a mobile tank right here, and that holds their fuel. And then another tank down there that just holds the additive that they put in their fuel,
right,
and everything like that. So, and to be honest, I've noticed in this industry that they really all got the same shit. They just put their own little twist on it or add a little bit of extra seasoning salt or whatever it is that they do. Like, It's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
it's the same shit.
Yeah, it's really not anything different out here, man. I mean, shit.
I mean, let me
So
tell you something. Electric cars are going to kill that whole goddamn industry.
I'm sorry. Let me cut this camera off.
Electric cars ultimately are going to kill the fuel industry. It's going to take a while because we still have to use that stuff for trucks and we still have to use it for houses. But give it some time. Electric cars are going to knock the fuel industry down a couple of pegs.
Man, that's so crazy because my wife, she wants that. We were watching a video with the Mustang Mach-E.
Yeah.
And she wants one of them things so bad. She wanted the Tesla at first, but now she wants that. And so I'm getting ready to take her to test drive it once we get a chance to do it and just have her check it out. Cause she was like, I like it. Cause we test drove the Tesla, but she didn't like it because she said she don't like everything being on the screen. She didn't really
exactly. And I'll say this: the Mustang, the Kia Niro, and the Volkswagen ID4, all three of them, I think, are better overall choices than the Tesla Model 3 or Model Y because they feel like regular cars. Now, if you like the exterior of the Mustang, yeah, go with that. But those are really, really good cars. Does she drive a lot? Sideshow, does she drive a lot? Hello? Oh, I think I lost. I don't know. I don't know if I lost him or what.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
No, I just said, does she drive a lot?
Oh, no. She works from home.
Oh, she works from home? Yeah, well, see, my thing is, if you're going to buy an electric car, the best reason to buy an electric car is if you drive a lot and if you have a house that you could charge it. So if you're the type of person that drives up to about maybe, let's say, 200 miles a day tops, then that kind of car could save you a lot of money.
Yeah, she wants that. So I told her we'll test it, we'll see what's going on, and we'll see how it feels or whatever like that, So I don't know. It's so crazy because I think they're gonna get rid of the SRT stuff and all of that stuff. Like, cars are not gonna be fun anymore, and I think like they just done with all of that loud shit. Like, they just done with it. You know what I mean? So yeah. I think that people who do have an SRT product.
Yeah, I think a lot of people that bought into these SRT vehicles, they're going to try to hold on to them. Some of them are going to be forced to hold on to them simply because of the depreciation, and they may not be able to sell out of them and buy something else. But the reality of it is, those cars, the days are numbered on those cars because of the gas price alone, the days are numbered. And granted, the gas-powered car, I think, has come as far as it could really go, But when you're talking about the mere fact that you could buy a car that's $70,000 and it can take you 200 miles an hour and whatever, that's pretty amazing. But at the higher end of the spectrum, you've got like Bugatti and shit where you could do 300 miles per hour, where you'd never be able to do a speed like that in real life because it's just not safe. It's not legal. But I think the gas-powered car has come as far as it's going to go. And at this point, gas just looks archaic when you factor in the fact that you could be charging a car at your house or you could be charging it at work or something like that or at school. So time will tell, but a lot of people are switching to electric.
The best electric car I've seen that I like that I probably will purchase is the Porsche. What is the Porsche Panamera?
The Taycan?
Yeah, the Taycan.
Most people can't afford the Taycan, and second of all, it's so small, most people can't even fit it.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of them here.
Here's my question. Have you sat in the Taycan?
No, I haven't sat in it.
I'll tell you what. Go try to sit in one.
Like sitting in the Lamborghini?
Yeah, try to sit comfortably in it.
Yeah, I'm 6'1", so I know it'll be a tight fit.
Yeah. It's not. See, the problem with an electric car, people don't buy those to be toys. People buy electric cars as appliances. They buy them to get back and forth to work. They buy them because they drive long distances and they feel that electricity makes more sense than gas. A Taycan is it's a car where you need to have a second car. So like if you have a Taycan, you should also have something else just in case something goes wrong with it.
Yeah.
Or just in case it's not practical. Because if you try to fit a family into a fucking Taycan, it's not going to work. Now, if you have a regular car, chances are you'll do a lot better because it's larger, it's more spacious, it's more comfortable. But believe me, I'll tell you what, go try to test drive one. You'll understand. You'll understand exactly what I'm talking about.
All right. I'll probably go take a look at one of them.
Trying to get into the Taycan.
They are very, very much so expensive. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, the reason why the Tesla Model S is selling so well is because it's big. It's not because it's small and sporty. It's not. It's actually quite large inside. And when you're talking about you buy a car like that you could fit like 5 people in, that makes sales. It's better to make a big car, even if it's not perfect, than to make a small car, even if it is perfect. It's better to make a big car.
Yeah, I don't understand why they haven't made one yet. I guess they still trying to focus on
what? Why who hasn't made what?
Like electric car probably about the size of a 760 BMW or a 70L Infinity. You know, they didn't make one that size.
Well, you know what the problem is? We've turned away from cars and we started moving to crossovers. So they've done their best to make every new electric car to a crossover. Look at the Mustang EV. That's a perfect example. Most cars, they would rather make crossovers with all-wheel drive.
We got the new EQS coming out. That's the S-Class all-electric.
Right now, Mercedes has the EQS, but they cannot sell it because there's not enough computer chips.
What you mean by computer chip?
What a shame. That's a nice
There's a computer chip shortage in the industry. And right now, a lot of vehicles that have been made, they're sitting on the lots at the factory because they don't have enough computers to run the cars.
Oh, wow.
That's the reason why the used car market is a mess right now, and the new car market's even worse.
Right. They keep on calling me, offering me 10 over sticker for mine. I'm like, nah, because there ain't nothing out there to buy.
That's the problem. And then it's the same thing is happening with houses. They're offering, like, if you try to sell your house, they'll offer you way over the sticker or whatever you want to sell at. They'll offer you way more. Problem for you is, where do you move now? So if you're a person who has 2 houses, you could sell one and you're fine. You can move to the other one. But if you only have one house, you'll have a hard as hell time finding another house and being able to buy it.
Should we cash out and move to Japan, big truck, or what?
Well, Japan's not very foreigner friendly, but if you cash out and you move to Thailand or the Philippines or Vietnam, you'd be able to live the rest of your life very comfortably. And by very comfortably, I mean you could have a very nice place to live in. You swim every day. You have warm weather, just like if you're in Florida. And then you've got nice, sexy young women who want to marry you.
Don't sound like a bad idea.
No, it's not. So, Dark Side, how old are you?
41.
You're 41? Well, if you were in Thailand or the Philippines, you could easily find a 20-year-old wife.
That ain't bad. With some virgin tocha.
Yes, you could get a 20-year-old wife who knows how to cook, who's willing to clean, and is going to be a very good, loving wife. And because of your high value stature as an American foreigner, you never have to worry about divorce. The only thing you'll have to worry about is the friction marks on your penis, because that's how much sex you're going to get with them.
And learning they language over there.
They speak English. Nah, most of them speak English. You don't have to learn their language.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I've never been on that part of the country.
The only countries I went to where they didn't really speak English was South Korea And that was about it. Even most of the Thai people, all of them learn English because they try to make sales to English people. So they learn that English.
Oh,
Are you
that's
going
crazy.
to Manila soon?
Am I going back to Manila?
Yeah.
Right now, there's like Manila is closed right now to travel. So the next tourism that I do, I want to either go to Dubai and then go to Maldives because, but basically, I want to do that just to make the video and make it on my. I want to do a business class on Emirates, and I also want to do a Maldives trip so I can make my own video for it. And if I don't do that, I'm going to go to Singapore. But I think I'm going to do the Maldives trip because I have some friends, coworkers who want to go to Maldives too.
Yeah, because Dubai is overrated.
Dude, you been to Dubai?
Yeah, it's overrated.
I loved it.
The only fun I had was when they took me on the ride in the Jeep and they be, wilding out. And that was other than that, everything is sky high. You at least need 10,000 to go over there. Like, and,
Well,
to spend the money.
I didn't in Dubai. The hotel that I stayed in was a nice hotel. It was only $60 a night.
Oh,
The hotels
well,
are cheap. The
I
food is
ain't,
not
I
expensive.
didn't. That's all. Shoot, I didn't pay no. Man, I paid for a week. I paid like 3,200 for the hotel.
3,200. Where did you stay?
The what is it called?
How did you book? How did you book it?
Through a travel agency.
Nah, man, I do my shit on Expedia.
I gotta start checking that out.
When you go on Expedia, it allows you to see what the hotels are, what they have to offer, and how cheap they are. And I always pick a hotel that has a pool and has a kitchen. And let me tell you something.
Yeah, I had a pool in the kitchen, but the food was horrible. It was just it was a bad experience.
Well, all right. I mean, listen, I went there. I had a great time. I enjoyed it. I went there a second time. I knew what to expect. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But
They said well, I went about 2 years ago. They said they allow people to drink now. They serve alcohol now.
okay.
Because when I went, there was no alcohol. It was just like, you know what I mean? I'm ready to
But you know
party.
what? Drinking alcohol is a waste.
Not when you're on vacation, I don't think. I don't agree.
If you go to a country where alcohol has no tax and it's very cheap, then like if you go to DR, you could drink like for instance, I was having pina coladas for breakfast. Thing
Mm,
about it is, obviously that does damage to your body, obviously, because you gain weight and it also damages parts of your body and everything. In my opinion, while I was there in Dubai, mostly I drank water because it was hot. But for the most part, when I wanted regular drinks without alcohol, I never missed the alcohol.
mm.
I didn't personally miss the alcohol. I really didn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to each his own. I mean, I'm not saying like I'm an alcoholic or anything, but I mean, if I'm on vacation, you know what I'm saying? I want a Mai Tai or something, or a beer, you know?
Right.
You know.
When you go to the Asian countries, I think because they grow and ferment the fruits for alcohol, it's a lot cheaper. Like when I
Mm,
went to China, beer was really, really cheap. Now, I don't drink beer, but
mm.
those flashy drinks are a little bit cheaper in most other countries because they don't have the high taxes that we have. But me personally, I loved it, man. And my thing is, I adapt very quickly. It's like when I go to a country, if I notice that one thing is cheaper than the other, I'll typically just adapt to the cheaper thing just to, it depends, just to spend less money over that time that I'm there, you know?
Right, yeah, especially when it comes down to food. It's
Because,
like,
like for instance,
yeah,
if you eat a lot of fast food and you go to a foreign country, fast food's going to be way more expensive than the local food. So when I was in Thailand, I'm having dinner for $3 a plate, you know? It's like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna save. I'm not gonna go to McDonald's and KFC and spend top dollar for food there when I could just have the local food. You know.
yeah, right. And how was it? Because I'm really thinking about doing. I really want. You went to Japan when you went out there,
I lived in
or
China. I went to Japan. I went to South Korea. I went to Philippines, and I went to Thailand.
they said so they serve a lot of seafood over there, right?
If you're in Japan, prices on food are so high you've never seen prices that high before.
Wow.
The food in Japan is overpriced, especially if you're in the cities like Tokyo. Now, if you go to the outskirts of Japan where they fish and they cook the food fresh because they have fishermen bringing in catches, or you go to a place, if you eat like a Japanese person, you're still going to pay like $10 a meal. Now, how it is now, considering the dollar's value and the Japanese yen value, you're gonna pay like $15 a meal. But if you go to China, the food is cheap. If you go to Philippines, the food is dirt cheap. If you go to Thailand, the food is dirt cheap. But Japan has some extraordinarily high prices for food.
Yeah, I was seeing it online. All them, huge crab legs. I'd be like, damn, that should look good. You know what I mean?
And it'll cost you through the ass.
Damn. Well, it's expensive over here. If you get one of those king crabs over here, you're gonna pay about $300 for it.
When you say over here, where are you?
Philadelphia.
Okay, yeah, Philly. The last time I drove to Philly was a while ago, but I would say food is generally it's less expensive up here. However, I think across this country, the average price of a meal is about $10 to $20.
Right. But that's pretty much the same. I mean, unless you go into a 5-star restaurant and you're gonna pay what you pay.
Yeah, absolutely. But in some of those Asian countries, man, you can eat like a king, and it's dirt cheap.
I mean, I don't mind spending money on food and eating, as long as the food is good and delicious. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. I don't mind spending money.
Absolutely. When I say,
because I want to enjoy myself.
Yeah, well, Thailand is really nice. Even the Philippines is nice. The only problem I would say is if you're not the type of person who likes Asian cultured food, after a while it gets boring. But then you can choose to go to the corporate restaurants. Like they have KFC, they got McDonald's, they've got Taco Bell.
Well, you're not talking about like food like from the local Chinese store in the hood. You're talking about let me see, like something like sushi and stuff like that, right? Like the stuff they eat. You know what I mean? That's what you're saying by
you got to remember these corporations have brought those restaurants to all of the cities overseas. So when you go to the major cities in any of those other foreign countries, you're usually going to see Taco Bell, KFC, Starbucks. What else? You're going to see McDonald's. You're going to see a lot of our major franchises. You're going to see there.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking because I've never been there before. I'm thinking like I get off the plane, I'm like, I don't know what the hell, where the hell to go to eat. You must eat,
Yeah, but no, the food is fabulous.
Mm.
What did you have?
In most of the videos that I made, I tried to show off the food that was available in those other countries. But it's like this. If you like meat and you like rice and you like noodles or you like noodles or whatever, that's always available. Now, if you want a lamb and stuff like that, they got that usually. They got steak. You got to remember, most of those other countries are farms. So when you go to those countries, they grow pigs, they grow cows, they grow chickens, and they don't even have the money to do the agriculture that we do. So they have more organic food than you'd get here because our food is loaded with like shit, like chemicals and shit.
Yeah.
The Korean food was great. Somebody asked, how is the Korean food? I showed you in the video that I made about Korea. The food was fabulous. If you want fresh fruit and fresh vegetables, they got it. When you get Korean food, most of it is very spicy. I was shitting out of I had like, not, you know how your stomach gets upset when you eat a lot of spicy food?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically I was pissing out of my ass when I was in Korea. And a lot of times, like, I'd take a shit and the toilet was red like I was a woman on her period. because the spices, it was so hot. Like everything was fucking hot, and I like spicy food. But now they have not spicy food like when you go to Thailand. Because see, the
But they
girl,
have a lot of dye in their seasonings too, you know.
nah, but I'm talking about eating pure fucking spice. Like my girlfriend doesn't like spicy food, so she stayed away from most of it. But I was eating food so spicy that you'd get some ramen noodles and that shit was on fire.
Yeah. God damn.
Yeah, like so if you like spice, they got it. They got it.
And I'm sure they got plenty of curry. I love curry.
Yeah, if you like
Yeah, the
curry,
curry is very good. Yeah.
if you like spicy, Thailand's got spicy like you wouldn't believe. Thailand has this Thai spice that looks like oil. And when you put that shit on your food, man, you could damn near barely eat it.
That's like they come in the sardine can, you know, the hot flavor sardines. That shit like oily hot. That shit fucks you up.
Yeah, that stuff's on fire.
Yeah.
That stuff is on fire. But let me tell you something. If it hadn't been for COVID, I would have been able to travel overseas again, but I didn't get to travel. So I'm gonna wait till next year, and I'm gonna start nice and fresh. I'm gonna do that vacation to Maldives, and I'm gonna use the Emirates business class. One of the reasons why is because I think they're gonna try to retire the A380 eventually, and you're not gonna. That's the best possible plane you can fly on, and I love flying on that plane. So when I go back over there, I definitely want to be in their business class.
It was nice and room, yeah, because I do not ride in coach. It's uncomfortable. I got to be in first class at least.
I ain't never doing
I'm
coach.
a big guy, big truck. Like, man, you about the same size, so you know I ain't riding
Well,
no coach.
you said you're 6'1". I'm 6'6".
Oh, you 6'6". Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So damn. So you know what I mean then. Shit,
Yes.
You know. I got one last question for you, Big Truck, and then I'm gonna let you go.
Sure.
Now, I have an SRT8. Now, what's up with the oil changes when we go in there? Now, I get synthetic. They telling me to come back every three months to get another oil change or the miles.
You're supposed to be getting between 5,000 and 6,000 miles per change.
But the last few times, now I done took it to 3 different dealerships, and every time I take it, they write on there 4,000 miles, and they charging me $130 for the oil change.
All right, so let me ask you this: what kind of car is it?
It's an SRT. I got the same car as you, but I got a 2008.
You have a Jeep SRT 2008.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a 6.1 Hemi.
Yes.
All right. Well, if you keep in mind, if you go to a regular oil change place, like if you go to Midas, what is it called?
Jiffy Lube.
Yeah, Jiffy Lube. If you go to any of them, it's going to cost you less money than it'll cost you if you go to the dealer. Now, if the dealer has an express oil change service, and you already know that it's going to cost like just $100 or something, they're going to give you Mobile One synthetic, and they're going to give you they're going to give you a what is it called? They're going to give you a Mopar oil filter.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get that same level of service from anywhere, but $130 is too much.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you're underneath a warranty, they want to see, you know, a consistency of you getting oil changes. So if you go somewhere else, you're going to avoid your warranty. So that's how they get you.
Your warranty specifically says that you have to get it from them?
I'm not sure about that.
I don't know. No. There is no warranty. There is no warranty that forces you to get oil from the dealer. Now, what I will say is this. If you go to Pep Boys or you go to Jiffy Lube, right? Or if you go anywhere else, all you need is their receipt for that oil change, and that is a guarantee of the service. And just because, see, a long time ago, my mom had to get oil change done on her Mercury Cougar. and they made a mistake and left a cap off, and I think the oil ran out of the car and it fucked up the engine, right? So
Right.
they ended up having to replace her engine.
And this is by who? You're saying Pep Boys?
This was a Ford dealer, I believe, back in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
They fucked up her engine, and they
Oh,
ended
okay.
up.
I thought you were saying like a Jiffy Lube or Pep Boys or something like that. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they fucked up her engine, so they ended up having to replace it. So as long as you have service that's warranted, which any service done on your car is warranted, you can get an oil change from anywhere, and you don't have to get it from the dealer. We have consumer rights, for example.
Oh, okay. Because I thought I was locked in. Like got to keep on going in there paying all that money. I'm like, what is so special about your oil changes that you have to charge me $130? Like it's an
Absolutely
oil
fucking
change.
nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Like that's just like the brakes. You know how you go to the dealership and you got the Brembo brakes, they want to charge you $2,000 to fix them, but I'll change my own brakes. I ain't doing that. Like I could do my own oil.
Well,
But
you
like I
got to
said,
remember, half of what you're paying for is mostly the
labor.
Now, I've gone to Mavis Discount Tire, and they've put full sets of brand new brakes from whoever their supplier is, and I've gotten full sets, front pads, rear pads, and it has cost me half of what it would cost to go to the dealer. So now I will say this: the problem with Mopar products, especially with these SRT cars, is in order to make those things drive like you got it on day one, you have to buy their parts. Their pads are very dirty, and their pads leave a lot of dust. But I have to say, nothing stops like their pads do.
You're right. That's why I use when I do my own brake changes. I go get it from them. I pay $100 for the front, $100 for the back, and then I'll put them on myself. Because I'm like, well, and you know how Brembo brakes is a lot easier because you don't have to take the what you call them off the car.
The calipers.
The calipers, yeah. So it's like they're made for races, so everything is fast and easy. So my thing is like, why are they charging people out the frame?
Well, you got to understand, they're charging you to put that car on the lift. They're charging you for the labor costs, and they're charging you to put it on the lift.
Yeah, but if I come in here and I board a V6 Grand Cherokee, the brake job will be $500.
Yeah, because a V6 Grand Cherokee doesn't use the same parts that the SRTs use. See, the problem with when people buy SRT, you got to be prepared to pay more for every part. You just got to be prepared.
Yeah, you're right about that.
You got to be prepared. Yeah. These things ain't cheap.
Yeah, they ain't. You gotta be the boss. You gotta pay the cost to be the boss. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah. When you they in fact they'll sell Hellcats and stuff at a loss because they know that even if they lose a little bit money on each sale, they're gonna get you in terms of what maintenance for the time that you have that car. They already know.
Wait a minute, say it again, Big Truck. What you say?
They don't mind. A lot of times they'll sell Hellcats at a loss because they know they're gonna make the money up during the maintenance period.
Right. Yep. They once they get to that certain amount of miles, they're gonna start.
Yeah, because when you're talking about rotors that cost $950 a piece, where the fuck else are you going to get guaranteed quality parts that can take the abuse that car is putting out?
Exactly right. And where are you going and without no brakes? Nowhere. So you gotta get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I respect people that drive SRT. I respect them because you can look at somebody and they got an SRT product and it looks good still and it looks kept up. That's how you know a person on their shit. Because if you can afford that maintenance on that car, man, that's why people run around here and they like, oh, I want a Hellcat. I want this. You know, they look at all these videos of these YouTubers and they make it look easy. I ain't gonna
Right.
lie. They
Yeah.
make it look easy, man. Some of these YouTubers, you be looking at them, they be having fun, doing burnouts, all of
Yeah.
this stuff. You be like, man, I'm about to
Smoking
go
them
get me a
tires
real
up.
cut.
And them tires ain't cheap, yeah. And as soon as that camera go off, they go crying.
Hey, look, right? Let me tell you something. I watch big truck videos, right? And he got that SRT Jeep, right? So I was like, all right, I got my credit together. You know, I got my job going. I got some savings. I'm like, man, I'm finna try my shot at one. Man, when I went on that light, man, they slapped me with the reality, boy. I walked out of that mine with the what is that? It's a Laredo, but it's like a black on black. It came out in 2017, but it was like some special edition Jeep that they had, and it was regular, but it had the black wheels, the black accents and stuff on it, and it still looked good. But I
Yeah.
got that one instead of the SRT. I said, nah, this one I could pass with this one. I said, hell no, man.
Yeah, it's big truck. It's 50% big truck fault why I got my SRT Cherokee, because I had a Affinity Q70L, but I had got into an accident with it, so I was like, you know what? Let me go out and just treat myself to one of these cars. I want
Yeah.
another luxury car. And listen to him. Now I'm in the dealer paying all this money.
Man, dude, you
But
gotta
it's
get
fun, though. Don't get me wrong. It's very fun drive.
man, dude, you gotta get comfortable with those cars, man. Cause I test drove a Trackhawk, and the thing I like about the Trackhawk is like when you drive it normally, like it's cool, like it's smooth, it's quiet, but when you step on that gas, man, that thing turns into something else. And I'm a good driver. Like I drive trucks for a living. I know how to handle a vehicle. But when I tell you, that was my first SRT, like that level of vehicle driving, like that level of speed.
But imagine, but see, that's all-wheel drive. Imagine that power in a Hellcat, and it's only rear-wheel drive.
Dude,
That's
I didn't never. I'm like,
cars up.
dude, yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, I'm a good driver. I know how to handle a vehicle. But when I tell you, I kind of felt like I didn't know what I was doing for a minute. I slowed that motherfucker down. I was like, bro, we could take it back to the light, man. I can't even afford this shit.
When you hear that mark keep on ticking up, you be like, oh, this is a different type of monster.
I'm telling you, dude, those cars, you got to really know what the hell you doing driving them cars, bro.
If you don't be careful, you're going to tear something up. That's for sure.
I'm telling you, dude, I've been driving for years, but I never felt no shit like that in my life driving no car, dude. And it was a Jeep. It wasn't even a fucking car, the Challenger, or nothing. It was the Jeep.
Right.
I'm like, damn.
And can you imagine they make the Ram like that now, the TRX? Imagine that big old thing.
I'll tell you like this: the TRX is bigger it's huge and it's heavier than the Jeep by a lot. Like the Jeep only weighs like 62. No, the Jeep Grand Cherokee weighs about 5,200 pounds, right? The Trackhawk weighs 5,400 pounds. So you're talking about like 200 pounds more of weight that you pretty much don't feel because the car is so powerful, right? But that TRX, you're talking about 6,000 pounds plus. It weighs over 6,000 pounds, and it drives as fast as I'll say the Jeep SRT does because it has so much weight. But those TRXs, I've noticed a lot of those TRXs that people initially bought, those things are ending up right back on these lots because the thing about it is
the gas in that
gas is fucking 10 it's 10 miles to a gallon. And you're talking about regular gas. Most trucks that size are diesel. Most trucks that size are not gasoline when you have something that big. Because you got to remember, the TRX has been lifted and it's so oversized until they had to put special lighting on it because the federal regulations say if you're a certain height, you have to have like lights in certain places. That's why the Hummers have lights around the corners of the side of the truck, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is, it's like the TRX, in my opinion, is actually it's really cool that it exists, but it's a stupid product because there's no reason to buy that thing except to just have fun in YouTube videos. There's no reason to buy a TRX.
I'll tell you the reason about TRX is to harass those damn
Ford
Raptor
Raptor. But you
owner.
know what? You know what the problem is? But you know what? You
It's
know what?
better to
The
get the
Ford
Raptor
Raptors make
though.
more sense. That's the problem. The Ford Raptors make more sense
Yeah. It's,
because
Ah,
the Ford Raptors are not oversized passenger trucks. The Ford Raptors are regular sized passenger trucks.
mm.
You
Yeah,
know,
but I
so
tell you, here
that
in
thing,
downtown
the
Chicago,
TRX
you're not finding no
not
parking space in that big motherfucker.
oh
For
please,
real.
I can't park that shit here. Like first of all, that TRX is so goddamn ridiculously huge.
they'll charge you extra parking up in New York, big trucks. You
Oh
already
yeah.
know.
Oh, to park a TRX, they'll charge you like $100. Like wherein somebody else might pay 30 or 40, they're gonna charge you $100.
And you'll have a whole bunch of dings and bangs all on it because people be hitting it and doors be
Well,
swinging open.
actually, no. I'll say this: a TRX is so high, nothing's hitting that. So you think
Yeah.
about it. If another car, a car's door is nowhere near that
Oh
high,
yeah, there's nowhere near that. You're right
so
about that.
the
I
most
just seen that.
if they hit your car, the most they're gonna hit is the tire. They're not hitting
Hmm.
your car. They're not.
Right.
And by the way, if you get into a car accident, the other
Oh man,
car is gonna be destroyed.
you ain't
Your
gonna have
car
no
is gonna be
choice.
fine. You ain't gonna have no
No
damage.
chance. No chance in the world.
Yeah,
Hey,
How
you
the
know,
car
we
gonna
sitting there,
survive?
hey, and you know what, you guys sitting here talking about the parts on the Jeep and the Challenger I'm thinking about, how about those parts on that TRX? Like, you got to replace a brake job or some shit on
Sam,
that.
the
Making the
TRX uses
tires on
Hellcat
there.
parts. No, understand the TRX uses a combination of Hellcat parts and Ram truck parts.
Mm.
So it's not as expensive as you would expect if you could afford a Hellcat. The problem is you're talking about everything's more expensive simply because of the size of it. Like the tires cost twice as much of regular tire. Like you're buying truck tires, you know?
Mm. Jeez.
These things aren't cheap, man. It's like they're
Yeah.
suckering. And right now, we're having a goddamn inflation destroying the economy. And right now, they're suckering people into these fucking loans on these scat packs. It's like, right now, I'm not
Oh,
buying nothing. I'm waiting
right.
just a little while until the economy goes back to in order. I'm not buying nothing.
Right. Because they want 10 over stick. I remember a scat pack was like 42,000. They talking like 57,000 for that. You get a Hellcat
Exactly.
for that back then.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. And they can get it too.
And people still running in there because you know why they still buying them up like crazy? Because they still crashing them.
Yup. And then
But
They got
yeah,
to
and
get
let me
rid.
tell you something else. Let me tell you something. The problem with SRT products is not only because of the expense, but it's also because of your ego. Because here's the
Yep.
problem. I know people who've wrecked Hellcats. And what do? They got to rush back out and buy another one because otherwise everybody will be like, oh, where'd your Hellcat go? And,
Yep.
so
Yep.
they can't take that shit.
They can't take it. Yep. It's like, oh, you can't afford it no more. Yeah.
Yeah, or you wrecked it and you can't afford to get another one.
Yep. Hmm.
I think the only,
I know somebody who wrecked two Hellcats.
damn,
Damn.
Yeah.
I'd have caught my losses after that.
Mm-mm. Some people
man, I think the
you
only
can't take it.
vehicle, I think the only SRT or whatever Hellcat vehicle that makes sense right now, at least for me personally, would be that Hellcat Durango. I think that's the only one that would make any sense to buy right now.
Yeah, the
You
Hellcat
know,
Durango is pretty much the best you can get. It really is. It
yeah,
really,
because
really is.
I got two kids, you know, and I got a wife, and you know, I think that I like speed. I like to drive fast, but you know, my wife, of course, you know, anybody's wife, they don't like when driving fast in a car or nothing like that. But see, I think that if I was to trick her into getting the Hellcat Durango, then she won't want to get the electric because see, I don't. All I got to do is tell her like it's just a Durango, because she don't know about cars. You know what I mean? And then I can just get her to get that. You
There's
know what
no
I
way to
mean?
listen. There's no way to trick a woman into getting $100,000 car. That's a car. That's a car note, man. You're talking that car. The Hellcat. First of all, you can't even find a Hellcat Durango because they're all spoken for already, right?
I
But
seen
even
a
if you
video.
could,
I seen a video that you dropped that you said that they were re-releasing them what next year or something.
they're gonna re-release them for 2022.
I
But
was just
here's the
thinking about
problem, though.
how with that money.
Here's the problem. If they mass produce those things, you're still paying in the $90,000 range for them, right? And depending upon how long this issue lasts with the car prices being overpriced, you might still be paying $100,000 for one, right? But here's the issue though. The Hellcat Durango really doesn't make as much sense as the SRT Durango, just like the Trackhawk doesn't make as much sense as the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT. And the reason why is, first of all, they've obsoleted these cars. You already see they got the Wagoneer coming, so that means that they're going to redesign the Durango too. They've got the new Jeep coming. So the problem is, who wants to get stuck driving an old car that gets 10 miles to a gallon?
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
They're
Yeah.
obsoleting these cars.
Because, see, the thing was me and her, we were just going to go in on it together if we were going to get anything, because I didn't already talk to her, because we looked at the Tesla Model X, the play mode, and then we looked at some stuff, and I told her, because she wanted all of this stuff, and, you know, she's a big tech head. She worked with Verizon, so that's her thing. You know, she liked all the technology, and I told her, in reality, what you paid $50,000 for maybe 10 years ago is $100,000 for. You know what I mean?
And furthermore,
told
a
her,
play.
you know,
Does she understand that a played mode Tesla is $140,000?
I know. I'm just saying. Right now, we window shopping. We looking around, but you know, I'm honestly like we are good in a position where we can afford $100,000 car together, though.
Yeah, but
Not like
a played mode Tesla is not $100,000. A played mode
I know.
Tesla.
Yeah. No, I mean that's really like that's one of the ones that's really off the list.
But let me just say this. That's where it becomes impractical. For the price of just one of those cars, you could buy two cars.
Right. That's why I said let's go over here to Ford and let's test drive this Mach-E. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Mach-E. Let me tell you, the Mach-E is a better overall product in my opinion, because it's first of all, Ford is giving you way more out of it than Tesla will give you. That's number one.
Yeah.
And number two, not only do you get more out of it, but it's also easier to maintain.
Yeah. Yeah, she's to the point where she just wants to do the electric car, but you know, we looking around, but I told her, you know, that let's just test drive this stuff. Let's see what's going on. We could sit up here and watch a million videos with all these YouTubers talking about them. Let's go see for ourselves once things open back up and they start letting people test drive these cars once again. You know, because to me personally, Teslas are okay, but I think Tesla, you just got a Tesla to say you got a Tesla. Because there's so many other electric vehicles out here that, for me personally, I think that's better from watching your videos of the other electric vehicles that you test drive.
Yeah, the Kia Niro and the Volkswagen ID4 were really good cars.
Yeah, and that's actually what she has. She has a Kia Optima S. Yeah, that's the S. Yeah, she has one of those that I got, and that was just like something to have, just to have something dependable. But she's like, now she just want to go completely electric now. So I'm like, well, let's look around.
Yeah, and I'll also say this: right now, it's very difficult to buy cars. So if you want an electric car, it's not that easy to get one. So you're basically stuck buying whatever they have on the lot.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. So, because I'm leasing that Kia we have, and now I'm thinking about, I'll just buy that damn thing and just keep it, because I don't think we'll have any luck getting a new car once we turn it in, you know, turn to the lease thing, you know what I mean? So I just, I might as well keep it. It really wasn't that. What was that car? It was like $28,000. That's a Kia. It was a 2020 Kia Optima S. You know, I think it was like 27,000, like close to 30,000 or whatever like that. So I'm like, I just pay that car off and keep it just to have something, and you know, because I'm like, man, you know, I'm looking at these guys out here, and you know what, I'm not seeing as many Hellcats at least here as much as I used to see. And it's like summer, it's summer, hot, nice weather out, and I remember Man, not last year, but the year before last, man, it was like every other car was either a Tesla or a Hellcat coming down the road. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even see Hellcats anymore like I used to. I see a lot of those Scat Packs, though. I see a lot of that. But I don't see the
But you got to
Hellcats anymore.
understand, a Hellcat is not by any means an affordable car. It's not.
Yeah.
It's just not affordable. Most people cannot afford that kind of car. They just can't afford it.
I've been seeing those Escalades a lot. I've been seeing those.
Yeah, well, Escalades are easy to produce. Escalades are basically those, they're not as expensive to produce, so it's easier to make a lot of them. You know.
Yeah, I see those. I see those Tahoes and those GMC Yukons. I see a lot of those or whatever. But yeah, I don't really see as many Hellcats, and I think it's because everybody's selling them. Because I'm like 30
Well,
minutes from Chicago, and
yeah,
they,
that's the other problem. The other problem is it's a fuckboy car. You've got these idiots stealing them. You got these people showing off in them and shit and getting into accidents. You got the cops trying to confiscate them. It's like those cars are, in my opinion, they're played out. But the problem
yeah,
is, it's like there's some people who, if that's what they want, they won't settle for anything else but that. So they'll do whatever it takes. They'll buy it used. They'll do whatever it takes to get one of those cars.
you've been seeing these pictures lately that's been surfacing on the internet with people pumping gas in their Hellcats with their guns out. Like
Yeah.
they're pumping. I'm like, man, this is crazy. I'm starting to see more and more pictures like that popping up on the internet now.
Yeah, because the thing about it is these motherfuckers are stealing these goddamn cars.
I'm like, man, that's crazy. You got to pump your gas. I mean, this dude had a big, probably like an AK or something. He just sitting there, just casually. And then they had a woman. She had her shit in another picture, And I'm like, man, this is crazy. And I mean, people just, they popularizing these cars. Every rap song I hear talk about Hellcat, talking about track calls, every song. So it's like, man, this is the thing. I'm like, whew, I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it at all. I'll rent one maybe just to have fun in it or something. But that's it. That's as far as I'm going with it. You know, that's as far as I'm going with it. I'm not going that crazy.
Yeah, I hear you. See, a lot of people don't want that kind of they don't want that kind of exposure where they have to worry, they have to literally worry about just driving their car without being accosted by somebody, you know?
Yeah, it's like back in the day, like remember in the '90s in Los Angeles when carjacking was like a big thing out there, and that was just like the normal. You get carjacked. It's like that everywhere, but you don't get like people not even stealing Mercedes or BMWs or shit like that. Like you in better shape driving that. You come down the street with a Hellcat, you get your ass jacked before you get jacked in a Mercedes nowadays. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Mercedes are boring. That's just the reality. Most Mercedes, it's like there's nothing special about them anymore.
Man, I'm telling you, dude. I'm like, that's crazy. Back in the day, used to have a BMW or something. You used to have to worry about ram through the hood and that, but now you can park that, go grocery shopping. Ain't nobody touching that. As soon as they see them yellow brake calipers on that Jeep, though, oh man,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
they want a piece of you.
man, I feel so sorry for that firefighter that got killed for his track hawk, man. You seen that video?
Yeah, I saw it.
Man, dude, I'm like, this is crazy, man. I mean, what are y'all gonna do with the car after you get it?
No, they're gonna break the shit apart and sell the parts. The
I didn't even
parts
know
on
they.
the,
I didn't even
you
know
gotta
they still
understand
had chop shop.
the parts on these cars are so fucking expensive until a car you can make more money chopping the car up and selling the parts than you can just selling the car.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. You
crazy.
you make a good point right there, man. You make a good point right there. Yeah, man. So I know you getting ready to go back on the trip. I know you about to go somewhere that everything and kind of open back up now. So I know them videos about the start surfacing.
Well, yeah, I think it's going to be probably this time next year. Because normally I always leave for the month of July. Normally, now my coworkers who want to go to Maldives, they may try to plan a spring, what is it, a spring vacation, a hot girl summer, some shit. So I don't
Oh
know what they're
wow.
going to do. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. But I told them save your money. We're going to fly business class because they like to fly them cheap ass airlines and coach and shit. And I don't do that. So I was like, listen, save your money. We fly business class and we'll be over in Maldives living it up.
Yeah, man. That's why I watch your videos and I look at your stuff because, man, you're on a whole different level, man. You know, I look at a lot of other people. Like I still watch like Tall Guy and Mr. Organic sometimes and everything, man. And you know, I look at everybody's stuff. You know, you ever like keep up with those guys still, or?
I watch their channels. My only thing is it's like their whole style where they have to keep buying cars and shit. I'm not down with that because I don't feel
Right.
like having my credit run into the ground because I have to keep getting fucking what is it called? I don't want to have to keep getting inquiries on my credit. I don't feel like flipping cars. And granted, listen, there's some people if that's how they decide to work and make a lot of their money they also make using selling merchandise. So
Yeah.
I haven't even started selling merchandise and all that. And my thing is, I don't feel like doing the type of channel that they do. I do my channel as inexpensively and as stress free as I can.
And you still get views. Like I still watch your stuff. Like from ever since you bought that red Hellcat Charger, you know, I still go back and I watch old videos and stuff that I might have missed or whatever because I like watching videos like that. You know, because you straight to the point. You know, you get to it. It's not a bunch of B-roll and you know a bunch of stuff. Sometimes people, you know, us at YouTube, like we watch YouTube. Like sometimes we do get a little burnt out from that because you know it's like, man, just get to the point. Like get to the video. Like it's like, oh, I'm about to buy a Hellcat, but then you click on the damn video and there's nothing about buying a Hellcat. You know, it's like
Right.
you might spend one little bit of piece talking about it, and then that's it, you know. Or it's like, hey man, I crashed my Hellcat, and then they probably like scrape their wheel or something. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
know.
man,
It's
yeah,
called
you
it's
know,
called clickbait. I don't do that shit.
yeah, man. I get burnt out from that stuff, dude. I'm just done with it. So I watch you. It's another YouTuber called F Spot, and he spots cars. He's out of Los Angeles, California, and he's another one. He's like you, you know. He's raw with it. He gets to it. It's not too much editing, and it's right there, you know. And I mean, the videos that you have now, like I just got to watching the video that you did for Carmi or whatever, and you did that with your phone.
Yeah, I do everything with my phone.
Man, I gotta get me a damn iPhone, man. I got Verizon, of course, but I gotta get me a damn iPhone, some nice phone. You know what I mean? Because that looked like you had a camera
Yeah. The
when you
only thing
shot
that
that.
the only thing the iPhone and any camera phone can't really do well is optical zoom. But other than that, the picture quality is fabulous.
Yeah, yeah, man. I see why you go for those phones, man. Especially for what you do, and I'm pretty sure it's easy to edit with the
Oh
iPhone,
man,
right?
editing is easy because you're editing on the phone. I don't have to have a computer set up to edit. I can edit right
Wow.
on the phone.
Damn, and you still getting a nice amount of views though. I mean, just from your phone, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's
I
just
will say
like,
I will say this. What probably the YouTube algorithm has really fucked me over because a lot of times when I go and I do like little car reviews, I don't get as many views as I used to get. Usually I'd get like 10,000 views or 30,000 views easy. But the
right.
YouTube algorithm has been screwing me over. So ultimately, it's like now it's all about you have to tell people to subscribe, you have to tell people to like your videos and everything. And
I
in the
never hear you
future,
say that either. I never
yeah,
hear
and
you
that's
say
and
that.
that's the thing. I just don't do it like I should. But in the future, going forward, maybe I'll work on it a little bit more, and I'll try to squeeze in like and subscribe and all that shit. I don't like asking. I like
Right.
just doing what I do and getting what I get. It's like I don't like having to beg.
And I probably watch your videos more than all those other people that say, like and subscribe, do this. They charge you to subscribe or like being like some type of special member and all of this type of stuff. And I'm like, man, I'm not paying to
Yeah,
do all of
I
that.
don't, I
Like,
don't, I don't have a product that would necessitate somebody subscribing to me. If I was selling a course or teaching people how to do something, then I would do a subscribership. But other than
yeah,
that, it's like people are doing subscriberships. These people are greedy, and most of them they're not saying nothing. Like somebody like
nah,
Kevin Samuels, where people is trying to get onto his platform, he can demand people subscribe to him. He's got a product that people absolutely are dying to see. So that's one thing. But unless I was doing something like that, or if I was on that level, because you got to understand, when you have people subscribe to you, that's a job. I don't feel like doing that shit.
yeah. I see some of these guys, they dropping like 3 videos every day. They going crazy, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, I see
I don't
people.
know.
I see people, begging people to subscribe to them, and they're putting out the same fucking content every goddamn day, and it's the same shit. It's just them
Yeah,
sitting there talking shit, and they wonder why they don't have that many subscribers. They also don't have that many views, and my
nah.
thing is, I'm not interested in that.
Yeah, I didn't subscribe to a few people. The only reason why I stay subscribed to certain people because I seen their come up. I seen their, they've evolved into what they did. And I remember when they was just running around with a damn GoPro or, with their phone or whatever like that. And, I just stick with it because I know that it's real. I know that it's authentic. Now, I don't know about what goes on behind the cameras or whatever happens or whatever, but I like you because you're honest and you always want people to learn and you always want people to be successful. You don't run around here lying. Like you do videos about stuff and you'll pull up your computer screen. Like if you think I'm lying, you'll type that shit up right down the video and you'll read it and you'll be like, I'm not lying about this shit. It's right here. And that's what I like about it. It's nothing crazy, no backdoor shit, none of that. You know what I mean? And that's what keeps me watching your videos all the time, man. And I'm gonna
Well,
keep
thank you. Yeah.
and I'm gonna keep doing it, man.
Yeah, well, thank you, and I really appreciate it. So, my thing is, we're closing in on 2 hours, and I'm about ready to get up off here because I got a couple of things that I got to do. I got a birthday tomorrow. Well, not my birthday, but I got somebody else's birthday tomorrow. So I got a couple
Oh,
of things
okay.
that I got to do. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming in here. I was watching to see if this crypto shit was gonna fall anymore. Since we had started this video, Dogecoin went down a little bit. I think it went down to like 17 cents or something. Bitcoin didn't really move much, but Dogecoin right now is like, oh yeah, it's back up to 18. So it went down and it went back up a little bit,
And to
but
be
only
honest with
only
you, I
by
don't
like a
touch
penny.
that shit. I don't touch
Yeah,
none of that
you're
shit.
better. You're better off not messing with it. You're better off not messing. It's gambling.
Nah,
It's basically gambling.
yeah, yeah. And I appreciate the tools and the notes that you give people little gems and everything like that. You don't like. I know, like, you can't just tell people what to do, but I will say this. From some of the little tips and stuff that you say, hey, look into this or look into that, see about this, my portfolio has went from $3,000 and now it's up to $14,000. And I just
Very
started
nice.
investing last year. That was my
Very
first time
nice.
ever investing in anything. You know
Very
what I
nice.
mean?
Very
So
nice.
I mean I'm just chilling and I'm just waiting on it and doing the dividend paying stocks too. You know what I mean?
Do
So
you have a
did
house? Do you have a house?
yeah, yeah, I actually just last year I bought my first 3 units
Oh,
with an
good. Good.
FHA loan.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, I ended up doing that. So yeah, I got the stocks, I got my rental property, and I'm still working. I still work a job. I'm still out here driving trucks. You know what
Pretty
I
much
mean? I'm
most
still
people. But here's the thing: most people are going to be working for a very long time until they can retire. The bottom line is the best way to store your wealth is in your house, because once you pay that mortgage off, as you can see right now, housing prices have skyrocketed. You know,
yeah,
so the thing about it is, like, what bothers me is there's a lot of these fake ass gurus on YouTube, And like when you said, "Oh yeah, I used an FHA loan," there's people who would debt shame you behind that. I don't do that shit. In fact, anything you can do to get that house, as long as you can keep it, I applaud because the
Yeah,
corporations are buying up all of these fucking houses.
man, I got it because they said that you can get up to 5 units with a FHA loan on a rental property, and you just got to live in it for a year. That's all you got to do is just live in it for 1 year, and then you can move out of it and you can rent out the other one, and then you could go buy, your dream house or maybe get another property or whatever like that. So I took my FHA loan and I went and got a rental property, and I'm sitting on that right now. And, like I said, I'm going to keep my job and, do my little stocks and everything like that. And I'm chilling. I'm 36, but I want to retire at 50, man. You know what I mean? I want to retire at 50. I'm putting my kids in the right position where they can, have the property and, they can have it and, they can begin to have passive income and just, pay the taxes on it, in the future or whatever like that. You know what I mean? And, they could work at McDonald's or Walmart or whatever, and all they got to do is pay those taxes every year, and they'll be fine. And then my thing is with my kids, I'm actually getting them a trade. Like they're going to be doing the trade. I want them to have a trade before they go to college.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
electrician or plumbing, either one of those two, and you're making easy money. Electrician or plumbing. Now there are some others, but electrician and plumbing tend to be the main ones that people look for.
Okay. Yeah, because I've used a plumber. I just used a plumber on my property. I actually have to call a plumber out 2 times. And I mean, just in those 2 times, that was like over $3,000, $3,000 visits. You know what I mean? And I mean, I'm looking at that like, damn, this dude just, he just made what I made in a day, and like but it take me 2 weeks.
That's right.
So I'm like, man, so the pandemic just really helped me like really see that, because I kept working. I didn't stop.
Exactly.
Like I deliver fuel.
Me too.
I didn't stop working. I didn't miss a beat. During the pandemic. So I'm like, what? That opened up my eyes, and I'm like, nah, my kids, they're gonna get a trade job, and then they can go to college. At least get the trade and be qualified to do it, and then go to school. So that way, if something happened with your school or anything, you can always get that trade, and you could come back to it. You know what I mean?
Pandemic. I think ultimately the pandemic has shown people, just in case society starts to collapse for whatever reason, the jobs that are the safest.
Yeah, man. Man,
that's really important.
Yeah. So that's just what it is. So like I said, I take a lot of nuggets from you and a lot of different things, and I listen to certain other people. You know what I mean? Where you say, hey, look at this person or look at that person or whatever like that. It's not the same shit. Like I want to feed my brain. You know what I mean? I don't want to listen to somebody just like and subscribe, all that jumping around and music.
The first thing when I see somebody saying like and subscribe, the question is, what am I subscribing to and why?
Man, dude, half the videos that people drop, like, no shade to nobody, but I haven't seen some of those videos in months, to be honest with you. I haven't watched any videos, and that's only if I'm sitting back and I want to be entertained and I want to laugh or whatever, and I look at something or whatever like that. But other than that, yeah, I don't look at everybody's YouTube videos like that. I look at YouTube now and learn, because I'm looking around now and I'm looking around us, and shit ain't good right now.
No, it's not.
I mean, I'm not wasting my time looking at no video with looking at somebody else be successful, and I'm sitting up here fucking broke. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I'm like, looking at them riding Lamborghinis and doing all this different shit. It's like, man, hell no. I need to listen to something else. I need to see what's going on. But like you said,
you gotta remember, at the end of the day, time is money. Time is money.
Yeah.
So even if you're not sending them money, you're sending them your time by sitting there.
Yes. Yes, dude. Yes, and that's what I felt like. So that's why I told you earlier. I binge watch your videos because when I listen to your videos, I could listen to those 2-3 hour videos, and I'll learn something. You know, of course, yeah. You just out and about. You just like you probably picked up the camera and like, all right, let me just record some shit today. I might see something or whatever like that. But you talk about different stuff. Like you'll see something and then you'll be like, you'll start in and talking on that, and then I'm like, okay. You know, I'll learn something with that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, I want to feed my brain nowadays and, you know, use this cell phone that I have in my pocket that I have access to everything besides looking at, you know, Instagram girls or whatever people look at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You
Instagram
know.
girls.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you be having them pictures on your community page too, man. I be like, man, this. You be finding those pictures, man.
Oh yeah.
Those thirst traps.
Thirst trap. Absolute thirst traps. That's right.
I said, shit, I'm finna get me a passport.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell everybody, listen, if you really want an investment in your future, you better get yourself a foreign wife.
Well, that's too late for me, but you know, I live through you, brother.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna let you go because I gotta get a couple things done. But I appreciate everybody who popped in for this impromptu live stream, and you guys enjoy the rest of your night. And I'll catch you on the next time.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right. Take care, everybody.